All right, so here we are. We're looking at the kind of the test board still, and the first thing that we want to do is draw the profile that will allow us the kind of the side profile. So if you're looking from here, you can see kind of this shape. We want to draw the sketch that will kind of define that, and really what it's going to look like is this, and it's only going to be half of it because then we can mirror it to the other side. So I'm going to pop back and forth between here to get my measurements, but we'll go back to, in your screen, you should be looking at something like this, just a brand new document. When you open up Fusion 360, it's kind of unsaved, untitled. The first thing I think I'll do is to make sure that my decimals are going to be like rounded to 4 places, just so that way if I'm going to put some fractions in probably, and so when it gets converted to decimal, this way I'll be able to see all of it, so it doesn't get appended, I guess. Maybe it won't confuse me, I'm not sure. So I'm going to go over here to my initials here, click on that, go to preferences, wait for that box to open. Then I'm going to go down to unit and value display, and then here it is 4 places already, so I just want to make sure that it is 4 places, and I'm going to hit OK. And then over here in the document settings, it's probably in millimeters because that's the default, or that's what the default setup as. And for this project, I'm going to make it in inches. So I'm going to click on the little paper icon that was there, click on that, make it inch, click OK. Now we're working with inches. And then the next thing I want to do is put in a component. So for each new part that we draw, like an independent standalone thing, I want to make it a new component. It'll be easier to kind of keep it organized. And so what I'm going to do is right click on where it says unsaved, and then select new component. And then right here, component 2, I'm just going to name this deck, as in a skateboard deck. I'll click OK, and you'll see it show up here. So anything that's associated with that skateboard deck that we draw will be in this drop down. So right now there's only the origin, because there's nothing else being drawn in here. To move around, to navigate, I'm going to use a couple different things. I'm going to use this this view cube, and if you click on the side, it'll take you directly to one of the sides, and another one to orbit around. To pan, you just click the scroll button down, hold it, and drag it around. To orbit, I'm going to hold the shift key down and then click the zoom button down, and you can rotate around. So it's going to be a combination of those, the mouse and keyboard, and then also this view cube, which will help us out. And then zoom in is, scrolling in and out with the scroll wheel. All right, let me check my time here so I don't run out of recording time. So I'm about halfway through. I can record 5-minute increments, so we're working with that. We're about 2.5 minutes in now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a sketch on this side. So I'm going to click on the front cube there. Actually, we don't need to do that. I'm going to rotate back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right-click on that plane that's between the blue and the red axis, right-click, and create sketch. It should automatically view normal to it. And if it doesn't, then I could have clicked on the view cube there. Okay, so from here, I'm going to draw a line from the origin that's horizontal, and I'm going to make that 9¼ inches long. So I'm going to type L on the keyboard, or I can just grab it from here, but I'm going to type L. Click and let go. You see that little blue box show up, means it's sticking to the origin. Click and let go. Make sure it's flat. I'm going to type in 9.25 for 9¼ I'm going to hit enter. So it's 9¼ long. And then another great thing about this is you see that icon there. If we click and let go on it, that means it's got a horizontal constraint. That means it's this line is going to be horizontal. If we didn't want it to be, so right now if I click and hold on this, I can't drag that anywhere. I click, left click and hold, I can't drag it. If I wanted to be able to, I can click on that, hit the delete key, and then now this thing's free to move. But I'm going to hit Control Z because I don't want it to actually move. I want it to be horizontal. So I'm going to hit Control Z one more time. So horizontal constraint, 9¼ long. That's it for this video. I think we will stop it here, and then we will move on to the rest of the pieces for that profile sketch.